Hey everybody, my name's Marcy. Welcome to my channel. Today is Monday, May 26th, 2025. Happy Memorial Day to those in the US. This morning I was out rototilling the garden and I decided to shoot a quick video showing what the garden looks like before I start putting all the plants in and any flowers that I might buy from the local greenhouses. I already shot a couple videos, quick videos of what the main area looked like, and video of the plants that are in the greenhouse, so you guys can see all my tomato plants that are way overdue for going out in the background. I wasn't really planning on doing this, so I apologize if I'm a little awkward and stumbling over my words a little bit, but last week, I think it was my most recent blog post on amnaconstudio.blogspot.com, I wrote how I had wanted to make a video and I'd been making little video snippets to make a longer video about the garden, and it felt weird making videos of myself doing work. And I tried to get over that earlier in the year when I was making videos of myself when I was up potting starts and whatnot. And I said, I'm not going to make the video. I'm just going to post pictures and here's what everything looks like. Well, when I was rototilling, I had about 2 hours to think about things, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make a video. Not everything is perfect. We all us gardeners, I mean, not everything is always beautiful and showcase picture perfect. Things are messy, especially when the garden is just getting started after the winter and you're just starting to get everything ready to go for the season. And I thought, this is me. This is what my garden looks like. Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed that my tomato plants are way too big for this time of year. And next year, I will know that tomato plants really like my greenhouse, and I will not start them as early as I did this year. Oh, yeah. You'll see what they look like when you see that clip. So, yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. I hope, whoever watches this appreciates what my stuff looks like to begin with. I live in northern Wisconsin, zone 4A. It used to be zone 3B before everything updated. Although you would think that with a change like that, something magical would happen and you'd be able to start and plant things in the ground sooner. Not necessarily the case. So far this year, we've had a lot of dryness. We had rain right after the snow. Then everything just dried out. And then what is known as the Arrowhead region up in northern Minnesota, there has been a lot of wildfires. And I think there might have been one a little bit closer to me here in Wisconsin. I'm about 30 miles away from Lake Superior. If anyone's ever heard of the Brule River Valley, or the Brule River, I say I live close to the Brule River Valley, but the Brule River is world famous for, I think it's trout fishing. So it's that general area. So that is that. Thanks for watching my video. Bye. It is Monday, May 26, 2025, 12:14 p.m. The rototilling of the garden for the 2025 season is done. I started at 10:13, so it was almost 2 hours exactly. That is an asparagus patch over there that I've had going for close to 10 years. Nothing planted in those boxes yet. This is what the garden looks like before I start planting this year. All those planters will likely be moved. You can see my fountain, which I'm super excited to have now. Solar power, bird bath. My grapevine, which I know is a mess, it started leafing out this past week. Last year, after we expanded the garden, the grapevine found the fence and it started traveling. Over here is some mesclun lettuce mix that I planted, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was old seed, so I'm happy as much came as it did. I did notice that something had dug in there. I don't know if it was chipmunks, squirrels, birds, or my hens. This pot has radishes, and you can tell here where it got nibbled on. Up on this container is more mesclun mix, more radishes. These are the jalapeno plants that I bought at Menards over a week ago because I forgot I had restarted some seeds since my first planting of pepper seeds didn't take. Most of them didn't come up. Over here is Christmas cactus that I propagated from a Christmas cactus plant that tipped over and broke when it landed on the floor. This is the first time that I've done propagation like this, and it turned out better than I could have hoped. So it's pretty cool to get 5 new plants, even though they're bitty. This here is pokeweed. My husband got a pokeweed root for some herbal stuff, and excuse me, it started sprouting, and he said, here, take it and see if you can get it to grow. And it's growing. This is the greenhouse with my overgrown tomato plants that I started back in March. I'll be getting them in the ground this week, as long as the weather stays nice. Here were the pepper plants that I started from seed. These are the ones that took. It's the majority of them, although I see a couple aren't really, they died or something. Tomato plants, I have a lot of varieties. I don't know which is which now, unfortunately. I didn't mean for them to go into red solo cups. I started everything in soil blocks. The tomato plants really like the greenhouse, and they took off like gangbusters before I was ready to plant anything out. And they were quickly outgrowing their little soil blocks and growing into their neighbors, and it was just a mess. And I've been picking flower buds and flowers off for the last week. Over here I've got, let's see, this is winter squash. My zucchini didn't come up. Yellow squash. Bunch of cauliflower did not come up. This is cauliflower here. So I have a few cauliflowers that did come up. Some cabbage. I'm hoping to make homemade sauerkraut this year. And this is all broccoli. And over here I've got 4 pepper plants. This one is something special. I can't remember exactly what. I've got some thyme, some lavender. These were planted at the same time, so I don't understand why one is growing bigger than the other. More thyme. This time didn't make it. This here is lemon balm. I had aspirations of making a herb garden this year. A lot of the stuff that I started from seed didn't go. I'm guessing my seed is too old now, and I didn't plant extra to make up for that. Here I've got coleus, which is one of my favorite flowers. I'm not sure if it's considered a flower or just a plant, but I have loved that plant since I was a kid. And then here I've got cucumbers and celery. Here are the jalapeno plants that I started from seed about 3 weeks ago. I do need to thin them out. I have one ghost pepper plant that is still in the house being babied. I'll take a photo of it and insert it in. Hey, you handsome boy.